But as we close this podcast out, man, let me tell y'all about y'all woke folks. Because if y'all woke, I'm sleep. If y'all woke, I'm sleep. First one, Little Mermaid. If you are mad about a black Little Mermaid, then go watch the old one. If you are mad that a created human being, being a fake character that you watch on a TV show, it is not the race that you like, whether it's James Bond, whether it's a mermaid, whether it's a prince, whether it's a princess, whether it's a Jedi, whether it's I don't know, you name it. If it's something that's made up and you're mad at the race and you're probably a racist, what the shirt say? Racism isn't a touchy topic if you're not a racist. You just might be a racist. But I'm sleep. Here's another one. He didn't waste your time, sis. He got to know you and y'all didn't work. He excuse me. He didn't waste your time, sis. He got to know you and didn't like you. Bro, that's so real. I hate hearing I hate hearing these complaints about, "Oh, I'm not wasting my time with another man. We went through all this and he wasted my time, or I'm not wasting my time with another girl. 3 months, 2 years, he wasted my time, she wasted my time." Or maybe it didn't work. Maybe you all had some good times and some bad times, and the bad times began to outweigh the good times, and you all did not work through your issues, or you didn't think that person was worth working through those issues with, or that person didn't think you were worth working through the issues with, or the issues just became so insurmountable that you all couldn't do nothing with them. So it ended. All good things come to an end. It's okay, but it doesn't mean that you wasted your time. And just because something doesn't work out does not mean your time was wasted. Value the experience. Value the time spent, value the lessons learned, and apply them to the next situation that you have in life. Y'all so woke that y'all can't work through nothing. But you know what? Back to sleep I go. One thing about me, sorry. I'm sorry. Who got another one? Who checked on you today? Exactly. So keep focusing on yourself. Hey, it's no one's responsibility to check on you every day. It's only yours. And then I'll follow that up with who did you check on? What's the expectation? What did you communicate in the relationship? Do you need help? Did you ask for help? Did you read? Yeah, I mean, this idea of always focusing on self and not focusing on community is getting us back to our most primal state. And that's not who we are. As people, we need community, we need society, and we need to stop pushing people away for every little thing that they do, and instead try to bring people closer. And if somebody didn't check on you, so fucking what? Check on yourself and get the support that you need when you need it. People aren't always going to check on you. Check on them. Ask for help. And then if they're not there for you, then you let them go. If it costs me my peace, it has to go. And this is the era that we're living in. Everybody's like, protect your peace. If it costs you your peace, it has to let it go. Well, for how long? And why did it cost you your peace? How did it cost you your peace? You know, peace is very important, but peace is not constant. Every day is not peaceful. If every day is peaceful, then no day is peaceful. So I think we need to stop just saying, "Oh well, I gotta protect my peace. If it disrupts my peace, it has to go." Well, no, your peace needs to be disrupted. You need to reset your peace. Sometimes you need a new piece. Sometimes you may need your old piece. Sometimes you don't need no piece. You just gonna handle it with your hands, you know. But the point being is we have to stop being so general with these comments. We have to stop putting this stuff out because the more and more we discuss it, the more we put it out without discussing it, the more and more that we just say like this is what we're doing. This is the right thing to do. Yes, yes. We're so woke that we're asleep, that we lose nuance and context to life. And if we lose nuance and context to life, then what are we doing? Y'all woke. You woke. I'm going back to sleep. See. One thing about me, I'm gonna let you play yourself out my life. I'm solid on my end. Are you? Are you really solid? If somebody makes decisions that you don't like that maybe will cause you to not want to be associated with them anymore, did you communicate that with them? Did you talk about how their decisions make you feel? Maybe before they did it, did you communicate what your expectations were? Have you always been solid every single time, 100% of the time? Or do you mess up too? I'm just asking, do you give the same limb that you expect? Or are you asking for more than you're willing to give? Because it's real easy to say that you're solid on your end, and lo and behold, you solid as a rock in quicksand. Who's to say? And what is your perspective of solid versus someone else's? Do you know yourself? Or do you have a false self-identification, right? You got to think about that stuff. We're just so quick to dismiss people and discard people. But I think it's important to value relationships and work on those relationships day in and day out to ensure that you maintain those relationships. When I have issues with my close friends, it gets to a point I tell them, like, hey, man, I ain't talked to you in a while. It bothers me. I need to talk to my guy. I need to talk to my homie. Let me know when you're free. We need to catch up. It's been too long. Because that's important to me in maintaining those relationships. Because I'm not always solid. But I don't want to lose the people who are important to me because I have moments of shaky ground, weak foundation. I will not water myself down to make myself more digestible for you. Well, I hope somebody likes your flavor because if they don't, ain't nobody gonna be drinking your shit and you're just gonna be sitting on the shelf by yourself, and you gonna be and you eventually gonna expire. At some point you gotta adjust and you gotta figure out when that adjustment is important for you. Cause can't nobody just walk around the world being 100% themselves 100% of the time and not being able to bend to other people and obtain any type of success. Last one. Where's my phone? I gotta pull this up. I gotta pull this up and have a little story time with y'all because this is one of the oddest things I've ever encountered in my life. And it's probably some of the most woke shit that I've ever seen in my life. It's just pushing me into the bed right now. Nightclub bans staring without verbal consent in new woke policy. The days of checking someone out according to the New York Post, the days of checking someone out at a club are over. An Australian nightclub said it will remove people who are caught staring at someone without that person's consent. Club 77 in Sydney included unwanted attention from strangers in its updated zero tolerance policy on harassment. The venue posted the woke update on its Instagram account saying the club is not a place to come if your sole purpose is to pick up. Excuse me. As a nightclub, we encourage you to interact with strangers. However, any engagement must begin with verbal consent. The statement read, this also applies if you are, for example, staring at someone from afar. The club has hired designated safety officers who will be wearing pink high visibility vests to handle complaints and concerns. If we receive reports of any behavior that has made someone feel uncomfortable, the reported individual will be removed from the venue. The police will be called, the statement said. Club 77 said in the statement, it will encourage feedback, which patrons are quick to provide with comments, including RIP to social interaction and not allowed to look at people now. Man, look here. I almost threw my phone, but that would just be too loud. But can the club, you're not allowed to make anybody uncomfortable. Nobody is ever comfortable all the time. What has happened to our society where we think that we always have to be 100% comfortable 100% of the time by 100% of the people that we interact with? Who is driving these crazy false social narratives? What has anyone accomplished without some level of discomfort? Now, I'm not sitting here saying that someone should be able to just creep out in a corner and just be perving on a chick and just groping himself and being like, yeah. I'm not saying that should be the standard. But what if it works? What if a woman likes it? Or that particular woman likes it? What if you're having an interaction with someone who you are vibing with and that makes another person uncomfortable in the club? What if you show up and you see your ex in there and she out here talking to some dude and you don't like that, so then you say her behavior is making you uncomfortable and now she gets kicked out and the police get called just because you hate? Where do we draw the line? I understand getting stared at's not comfortable. I understand even somebody talking to you longer than you would like is not comfortable, and possibly saying some things that you'd rather not hear is not comfortable. But life's not perfect. We're going to deal with things that we don't like. And sometimes we're going to deal with things that we think are make us uncomfortable, and we're really going to like them. And we're going to be like, wow, what a new experience. I'm so happy I experienced that. I never would have done that on my own. And what this club is doing, it saddens me. It scares me because I'm afraid that we're going to live in a society of the folks on Timmy Turner when I wish everybody was the same. Because everybody's going to be gray blobs, looking the same, talking the same, acting the same. And we're going to lose all of the nuance in the world that we're already losing. It's going to be out of the damn window. And then what? We have a conformist society because we couldn't conform. Like, we're gonna be so non-conformist that we conform, right? Like, we're just gonna be all the same because the societal standards that we once fell under are no longer acceptable. Like, I'm just spitballing here, but what I'm telling you is it's not the right place to go. And if we can't have nuance, if we can't have mistakes, we can't have mess ups in our society, we're no longer gonna have a society that functions. If I can't question something, if I can't be wrong, if I can't mess up, then what? Oh, he's staring at me. Okay, get over it. Oh, he didn't ask me for permission to ask me my name. I'm not saying that a man should be able to just walk up to a woman and slap her in the forehead with his dick. But if you can't grab a woman's hand and be like, can I get this dance, baby? I don't know. But I'm happy I'm married. I'm happy I don't have to deal with this stuff. But what do I know? I'm just a big baby. And I'm gone.
Holla at you, baby!